Hello everyone, this is Yael from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here to bring you the weekly reading for Twin Flames for the week of June the 18th to the 24th. Okay, I wasn't able to give the Divine Feminine reading last week. The last readings I did, even if I just talked about doing all three readings every week and how it was, I didn't know if I had to do it, but I felt because it gave a comprehensive view, and that was kind of ironic after having said that. But that's because just as I was about to do the Divine Feminine, and that was around 2 in the morning here in my time, I got a call from my sister that our grand uncle was very much part of the family. He's the only one of my he's the only brother of my grandfather, passed away, and he had cancer. And so I had to wake up my folks. And that same week, that was Monday, I remember. And that same week was my birthday also, so it's kind of a bittersweet that we couldn't really celebrate. And over here in my country, usually the wake is a week long. And you really have to stay at the wake, and that's overnight. Okay, overnight, and through several nights until they're finally buried. It's just custom here in my country, so you really do have to take some time out, and that's why I have a bit of delay on the readings that you guys ordered, but I am on it. We're still moving with a queue, and thank you so much for your patience. And of course, thank you everyone for your birthday greetings. I wasn't even able to post in my Facebook page. Thank you for all your wonderful greetings, but from the bottom of my heart, it was a bittersweet birthday because very muted because of the death in the family. Oh, and yeah, along with things, a list of things that my good friend and my office mate calls them things that could only happen to me because I don't know why, but I got scammed. Actually, I bought a birthday present for myself online, and it turned out to be a scam. She sent me some fake goods and all that, and so the weekend. This is by way of explanation of why I didn't have a reading last week, and also sharing with you what happened to me. Yeah, I spent it at the police station getting a blotter for this person, and then going to the cybercrime unit or whatever so that I could report it and all that. And I don't know. That scammer, well, she's not the alleged scammer, because she did say that she was going to try to she needed like a week to get back the funds to me and all that. Well, I'm gonna find out tomorrow, because I did give her time, which she requested. I don't know, maybe I'm just too lax, too lenient. Anyway, so we'll see. I'm hoping that that she would restore my faith in humanity somewhat. Well, I do have a lot of faith, but which is why I got into that transaction in the first place. Anyway, so there. And of course, Tony Bourdain. I was really shocked with that. I don't know what you think about it. It really saddened me, but I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, I miss you guys. Sorry I was out for last week. And let's see what the energies are with twin flames, the twin flame divine masculine and twin flame divine feminine this week. I understand because usually the things that happen to me are it's like a microcosm of what's going on, and then occasionally I usually don't have time to check what other readers are saying, but I belong to one of these groups, and one of the administrators of the group apparently, well, I didn't go check the timeline already, I just saw the notice that, you know, that sort of telling people to stop posting about their symptoms, what's going on with them, because it's getting the vibration down. And well, the thing is real talk. Okay, we're multidimensional beings, and while we strive to anchor ourselves into the five-dimensional way of living, we are in reality here in the third dimension, and we have to constantly balance that we are like amphibians. We can live in water and live on land at the same time. We're just talking about dimensions here, okay? And while I do subscribe that to the notion that sometimes this has a what do you call that? Bandwagon effect. Okay. The thing is, you can't live in a hug box. Okay, because that's just not real. You're setting yourself up for a cult, not a cult with an O, but a cult. Okay, when you have to be oblivious to what's happening in your reality. But the thing is, because we're imbibing all of these energies and we're trying to change, and we're changing our DNA, our molecular density, which is why sometimes it comes out in physical symptoms, and then it starts with the spirit, and then it reflects in the body, it reflects in the out, and now a lot of things are, you know, in upheaval. Well, that's just it. It's a period, okay? It's a period, it's a phase. And not acknowledging that and just wanting to be a hug box, that's, I don't know. If that floats your boat, then fine. But that is very making it exclusive. And the thing is, right now we're opening up because we're the holders of the energy and we have to open up. But that is why also we are being the target of all these things, because once you open up, you don't know what's coming in. And the thing is, that's why we're allowed to open up at this time, is because you're ready for whatever that comes your way. You know how to handle it. You don't just go off kilter, off road, just because there's something that doesn't fit the hug box template, so to speak. Okay, so if you're not seeing double rainbows and all that, don't sweat it. It comes differently because we're all filters right now of this energy, and because we are individually unique, this energy gets filtered down to us in various ways. It manifests in your reality in various ways. And that's just simply the truth. Okay? We cannot peg this experience into rainbows and unicorns and all that. And just every time, each and every month, it's like a climax thing. And I don't know. So use your own guidance and your own judgment, because otherwise you need at some point to keep it real. Okay? So anyway, and that's because not that's because you are a multidimensional being, and it's like you're an amphibian. You're living in two dimensions at the same time. That hug box is for that other dimension only. And that's what you're striving to bring down, okay? Here in this dimension, so that we can raise it up, raise the vibration up. And you can't do that if you're very inclusive, I mean exclusive, in the sense that, you don't acknowledge what's going on here. Anyway, again, just came to me. Oh, and another thing, okay, I was having my birthday reading with my reader, and we were wondering why. For those who are of the who follow Eastern astrology, okay, this is the year of the dog, and for a lot of those who are friendly to the year of the dog, usually your luck is better this year. But we've noticed, we were just talking, that a lot of light workers, even if it's supposed to be like a friendly year for them, because it's the year of the dog, a very difficult year so far. Okay, but the thing is, and it came to me when we were just talking, that here usually, because there is some, I don't know, it's not really a superstition, but sometimes when bad luck or illness or death befalls a member of the family, sometimes it's your pets, it's the dog that sort of sacrifices its life in place of one of the members of the family. Okay, so and sometimes it often happens that when it usually happens when one of the members of the family has a narrow bout with a narrow escape from death. Okay, and it's the dogs. Well, I'm just saying dogs, but usually it is a family pet. But let's say dogs because it is the year of the dog. That saves the person. Okay, it's like it takes the place of that person, and so relating that to light workers and their particular challenges, it's the same. It's like because everyone else, let's call them everyone else, is having a difficult time coping with changes, or they don't know that things are changing all around them because they're still unaware and unconscious. All these things, the chaos that's resulting, and it's like because we are light workers and we it's like in the template of unconditional love, which includes sacrifice, but given with love and not with a sense of martyrdom. It's like we naturally catch whatever that's supposed to befall on them to make it easier on them. I hope you get what I'm saying. I hope it makes sense. But that was a very important message that I was told to share. Okay. So anyway, I know it's taken some time for the reading, but that's also information relevant to the current time. So let's see what we have for this week of June. What is it? June the 18th to the 24th. So at the bottom of the deck, look here. We have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is the dawning of the truth. Okay? And then we have the Strength card. The Strength card usually implies reunions. And of course, strength and patience and resilience has to be take risks, okay? Because you see this man here is taking a risk in putting his head in this the mouth of the crocodile-like creature. But the thing is, there has to be trust. It's like when you're a lion tamer or any other non-domesticated animal and you go near them, you have to build a certain amount of trust. Otherwise, the basic natures of the animals, without that trust, that's going to kick in and you might find yourself in a very perilous situation. Okay, so this is very nice. Look, we have the King of Swords here. So apparently, look, because the Strength card usually indicates, let's look at the other cards, okay. After the King of Swords, we have the High Priestess and the Star card. Okay, and I'm being guided not to read anymore. So look at this. Here we have the Ace of Swords, the beginning of the reunion, and you have here the King of Swords representing the divine masculine, really embracing his truth. Okay, so here, look, there is a reunion here in store. Okay, because the divine masculine already has reached the pinnacle of his knowing, at least that phase. Okay, so this is the beginning of the reunion for a lot of twin flames, and overlighting this we see here the High Priestess. High Priestess, which should be our guides or spiritual team. Okay, this is your connection with 5D. The star here represents the divine blueprint, your template. So it's like being guided so that this divine template will be followed. So right now, some patience, strength, resilience, endurance as he stands in his truth. And that matures now, okay? That matures now into the king. So we have the start here and the end, the alpha and the omega. Okay, and so this is going on right now, there, and we have these two cards saying that this is guided, this whole period. So if something happens to you, and a lot of clients have been emailing me, where's their reading, please, I do give the turnaround time, and I would really appreciate it, because I am really aware. If I could give it earlier, I would. But the thing is, pressing for a reading, like that, it jars my energy. And I really don't like giving readings when there's that feeling of being pressured and all that, because this is my mission. Remember, this is not my source of income, and that's why I'm not on Facebook 24/7 or on YouTube, and just thinking up of anything and everything that you can offer all the time, because this is not my source of income, and it is a service. And so if I can't be a clear channel for you because of that different energy that's coming in, that's very pushy, I would really rather refund your money. Okay, because I don't want to give you information that's not clear. Okay, and a lot of times there is a reason for the wait, and it goes both ways. Okay, so that's the general energy of the reading. For the divine masculine, let's open his cards. We have here the Seven of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands. We have here the Six of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Look at this. Here, what this is saying is that the divine masculine right now, look, his third eye has been, it's like it's been wiped clear of any debris. And now he can see things beyond what they are in the physical. So he has a sense now. He can connect, because remember, I think in the last reading, he's able to connect with his higher self. So now he can actually create from that. Before, he was very incredulous and even skeptic. And it's been a long time, because we've been working on this, on helping him awaken. But now that he has the confidence that what his knowing is real, he's not delusional, and that there is actually something else other than what is just being shown to him, what he can sense, feel, all the senses, hear, that there's something else, different dimension. He probably doesn't know that it's called another dimension, okay, for some divine masculines. But here, now he can actively co-create with his divine feminine. He can actually visualize what he wants to see beyond what. So it's not so heavy on the divine feminine anymore, because your divine masculine, it's like he's picking up the slack. And look, his visualizing of how he wants things to be. There's a sense of urgency there with the Eight of Wands. You see here, this woman, she has a scythe and she wants to chop them all at the same time. And here we have this crow delivering this message here. So again, there's a message of urgency here for the divine masculines, saying that, look, he's coming. Okay, this is the victory card, and it is victory. This after this creature has come bursting forth out of the forest, and there are a lot of wands welcoming him. Okay, so he recognizes this urgency in arriving. Okay, and even if here he carries the Ten of Wands. Okay, sorry, I kind of pressed pause. But see here, he carries the Ten of Wands. So while he is burdened, okay, having difficulties, and this would be his actual challenges are being supported by, it's like he's doing the same things that the divine feminines have been doing for a long time, okay, which is seeing beyond 3D and anchoring themselves in 5D, okay, creating in 5D, okay, so and then working to have that manifest in the physical. And now here he's being challenged by his desires, okay. Remember, I think I'm going to pick clarifying cards for these very quickly, just so that we see, because here it's apparent that he wants this cycle over. He's nearing the end of it, okay. It's like the basic course. He's nearing the end of it, as seen by the Ten of Wands, and he's intent on arriving. This is the urgency here. But let's see if this tells us more. Okay, for the seven, okay, see here, this is presence. This is a gift. So he's being given the gift of third sight. For the Eight of Wands, okay, so this award, this recognition. So he recognizes the urgency now to act, okay? And actually, he recognizes the urgency of coming in, showing up to the party, so to speak. We've been having this party without him, and he's like more than fashionably late. And now he knows. And here, these are his difficulties in arriving. Even if he knows, he recognizes that he has been handicapped in this area of, just showing up and being present with his divine feminine. So there, and that's what he's burdened with. But let's pick a card. Okay, this is pleasure. Okay? Because now he understands what how do I say this? If before the divine masculine was just saying, why is my life like this? My life sucks. I have this, but it's not, I'm not happy. And he didn't know why he was bearing that burden. What he was bearing that tongue twister, why he was bearing that burden for. But now he knows. So this is kind of like an S&M thing that, because this is pleasure. And this is saying that it's my pleasure to go through all these difficulties, because in view of this, okay, because now he knows now what to reach. And let's look at his card here. Okay, see here? Ten of Swords. Divine Masculine still having a difficult time, but emerging. You can see here, this is it, emerging. This is completion. You know, tens are completion. We have the Ten of Wands here and the Ten of Swords. Okay? And there, Divine Masculine very much wanting to complete this phase so that he can move on to the next. And this is what's fueling it for him. He can see that there is a next. This isn't the end of it. Okay? That this is, that all that hardship, that the pain that he cannot express, that he cannot really show to others, because it would otherwise make him seem vulnerable to the rest. He wants that phase completed. Okay? He wants this pain ended, completed, so that he can move on and he can visualize what he's moving on to. Okay, there. For the Divine Feminines, here we have the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the World card, and the Four of Cups. Okay, look at this. Here, first, we begin with the Queen of Cups, meaning the Divine Feminines, finding themselves in a particularly emotional time, and really wanting to confront their Divine Masculine. So depending on what's going on in your relationship, but really wanting to move forward and move away from this feeling very... It's like when you get triggered and it's all emotion that comes bubbling up, and wanting to move away from that and wanting it all, the same thing, this completion. Same with the Divine Masculine, wanting this pain to end. And here we have here the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups signifies this is a certain apathy already. Okay, it's like, if I read these two cards, look, and this is below this one, this is like, I don't care anymore, I just want to move on. Okay, that's what this is saying. It's not that she doesn't care about the Divine Masculine, it's just that she wants her pain to end. There isn't any pain here. Okay, because this is just moving forward, and wanting to get to the next step of the ascension journey, completing this sort of level that they're on right now, to move on to the next. And here, this is really almost a boredom. It's a bored energy that, whatever, it's like que sera, sera. Okay? But she wants to move on, and she's looking towards her Divine Masculine here, with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Move towards him. But here, this is not the hyper, this is not a manic energy anymore. It's more mellow right now. She knows what she has to do. She knows what she needs to complete with her Divine Masculine. Okay? But she's more mellow about it. It's unlike, yeah, that's, you know, when you get mature. So this is being spiritually mature already, and your emotions have evened out. Okay, very quickly before we open this, let's pick. Okay, let me shuffle this. Okay. Queen of Cups. Comet, see? So, this is P. These are fast messages of love. Knight of Swords. Here. Because, look, either an opportunity arose, because this is discovering something, this would be discovering an opportunity wherein you can move forward with your divine masculine. So, and I remember, because I did a reading, I don't know if it's sometime May, wherein I think the title of it was When the Opportunity Strikes, but that was on the part of the divine masculine. Okay, and here now we have the divine feminine finding an avenue, possibly for connecting with her divine masculine and discovering something that will make her move forward to him, move closer to him in a way. Okay, and for the World card, okay, so look, these are invitations, these are social engagements, and these are completions. So moving forward with here, discovering a way through wherein you can actually, it's like mingle with your divine masculine again, see him again, get to interact with him again in the physical, of course, okay? Because that's where the avenue is. And for the Four of Cups, okay, see, and here, okay, what Spirit is saying, because this is Melody, so it's like handicap. Okay, look, mirroring here his arrival, he has been handicapped also, the divine masculine, and the divine feminine. This is her Achilles heel at the moment. Okay, that's where she's most, it's like her weakest point. This apathy, if this energy continues, we're in Kisarasara, I don't care. Because look, finally a path is opened. Finally, a way has been made through, because he's nearing his completion. And as he nears his completion, and right now, it's showing me that it's like, if you watch Harry Potter and you watch the Marauder's map, you can see that if you move, that's when the map appears, okay? The closer you move, when the person that you're watching moves, that part of the map appears. And that's the same thing with the divine feminine and divine masculine. Because he's nearing the completion of his, oh, there's a small insect. Because he's nearing the completion now of this phase, avenues are clearing. And the divine feminine, she actually recognizes that. But for others whose primary energy would be this apathy, this weakest point, and that's by choice. You choose to let this energy pervade, then that's going to hamper your reunion, okay? Because look, an avenue is clearing. There is a pathway here now. And for the card here, look, the Wheel of Fortune, which means things are finally turning in your favor, but then you're not interested anymore. So again, that is a point where you're going to have to make a choice. You worked hard to get to this point, but then it's, if you let this energy, this apathy prevail, you're going to miss the turn. Okay? So be alert. Be very alert. If this opportunity presents you that pathway, take it. Because that's the way of the universe, that the universe is saying that here, we are conspiring, but then you have to help us. because we can only show you the fork in the road, but you're going to have to choose which fork to choose, to traverse on, rather. And here, look, you have two tens here, three tens actually, with this one. 10, 10. So look, nearing completion. And that's why this Wheel of Fortune is set to turn. Okay, and I'm going to pick a card in the middle. Oh, I forgot to put my phone in silent again. See? The Tower card. So that would represent the challenges, the hardships. It's like a final hurdle. We're still undergoing it. So just go with it. Okay? I know it's a very difficult time for all light workers, and well, most, if you aren't having a difficult time. But that's the thing. It's like the final exam. And, you know, in a way, you have to be grateful for it. Because, look, what they were telling me before when I was asking myself why we were experiencing these things. Well, look, before you were being readied. You were being readied and you were being prepared and you were being readied. And before you move on to the next phase, your metal has to be tested. And this is it. This is the transition phase. This is where whatever's thrown at you, okay, which would represent this Tower card, you know how to deal with it. But it's just part and parcel of this completion, of this is the old template. It's crumbling down. And we're all feeling the after effects of it. But all we have to do is hang in there because, you know, like the Divine Masculine, we can see further than what appears to the eye. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week. And I'd like to remind you that I still have this special on, the Couples Akashic Records reading. And for this month only, because it is my birth month, it's half off. After June, it's going to go back to its regular price, which would be, well, now it's half off, so you can do the math. Okay, and here in the Couples Akashic Records reading, this will be in an MP3 format, not video. Here you will learn about the past lives you shared and your karmic carryovers into this lifetime with your twin flame, or if it's not your twin flame, even your karmic partner. But it just has to be two, okay? I think I read an email, somebody was asking me three or just one. We'll get to that later, but for now, this is what is on offer. So the Couples Akashic Records reading, I can do a singles Akashic Record reading, but I'll probably start that next month, and I will explain to you what that entails. And here you get insight into the soul contract that you agreed on with each other for this lifetime, and you get 3 questions. You get to ask the other person on a soul level what he or she is thinking, and even on a physical level, we can get to ask that also, okay? And check the Akashic Records, and tap into their energy, rather, of your partner, your twin flame, and see what message they have for you. Okay, so that's it. Take care, everyone. Hang on tight. We're nearing completion. Okay? Take care, everyone. Bye.